Well, it's Saturday morning, and as some of you already know and reached out, I have been suspended off of X. Reading through perplexity, what they've told me, I have appealed. I don't think they're going to let me back, so we'll see what happens there. It's interesting. It was the European video because that was immediately shadow banned on TikTok. I can tell that when I dropped. So I dropped 75% in views on my last 3 videos. And then it comes up that the European video is not available for, promoting it. So I appealed to that, and they came back and they cleaned it up. And it's amazing, my 3 videos immediately, all of them picked up 200-300 views. So TikTok's one issue. I don't know, it seems that this European, it's the only thing I can think of, because it basically happening at the same time. So me, I don't know. The oligarchs, they own the means of communication. There's no doubt about it. And I guess, I see, how everyone on the site, you can't mention the word Israel, you can't mention the word Epstein. It's just like, they control the news flow. Why are they picking on someone like me with my very small people who follow me? But listen, for the people who follow me, thank you. I'm humbled, but you follow me. I love the communication. I'm going to miss, actually, X and the ability to talk to people. What am I going to do for the future? I haven't made up my mind yet. I'm thinking about it, and I'll let people know. I don't know how this can even get over to X. I have no idea. But before we go, here's where I'm at, if anyone has an interest. Patreon's not totally set up yet. I'm going to set that up, and we'll see what happens there. But while we're here, I want to talk about silver. Now, anyone who follows this channel, you know what we follow. We follow stresses in the market, okay? And then when we see the reaction, either by the Fed or the government, the Treasury, or the markets itself, we can understand the depth and breadth of the stress, okay? Now, it is obvious that silver is under major stress. And that is because we do know that the paper, the futures, are lower than the physical, which are by, let's say, it runs, right? Depends on who you're looking at, $10 to $15, okay? So that shows us, for a fact, that the silver market is in stress. The second thing is the difference. That is also historic. So we've had 2 historic things with silver. One, the spread, okay? And then 2, which I think worries me even more, is the length of time. So, as everyone knows, I come on here every time we talk about silver and backwardation and contango and everything, I'm always like, I can't figure this out. So here, after many hours of thought on this is what I think, okay? When you buy a future, okay, so forget what's going on now. You're buying a future on silver, gold, doesn't matter, oil, has no thing. You pay more, okay, for the 3 months, or delivery 3 months from now. You say, I want gold, silver, oil 3 months from now. So you pay a premium, okay? And that premium is based upon a couple things they take into effect. That it's a physical delivery, the insurance and all the stuff. They figure this is all baked into these prices, okay? But also baked in there is the expectation of delivery, okay? So when you have an expectation of delivery, when you think about this, are we sure? Are we 100% sure? Or are we uncertain of delivery? Or do we have a very low probability of delivery, okay? So the expectation for very low probability to, maybe we won't get it, to 100% that we will get it. So I'm sure some smart guy somewhere has already figured out that on these futures that it's not 100%. So whether it's 98.87 or 93.2 or 3, doesn't matter. There is an expectation, a mathematical equation to it, okay? So when I was always looking at this, I think, backwards, okay? And I mean that by, I always looked at this, we always think in premium, the premium over the spot price. And yet here, the spot price is the premium. And so this is what I think it is. It is the uncertain expectation of delivery. Thereby, they then discount the future prices because they are very uncertain of the delivery. And look at what we're seeing. We're seeing these vaults for silver. We're seeing COMEX. What are they doing? They're going to the miners and they're saying, listen, we'll buy your silver 10% above the spot price. Right now, we'll contract you, give it to us, and because they need physical. So they can't do these contracts. So what's going to happen is Friday, when you saw the going on there and that, to me, we were rolling. That was the last day. They're rolling out. So they have to go out another month. So what do you have to do? As you're, either you sell to buy, right? You have to roll. And that's what we saw on Friday. So how does this work itself out? So I don't know, you tell me, that we will have enough silver supply that comes in, let's say, in one day, just one day. Here we go. Here's all the silver you need, all the contracts you need. I would say that we would immediately close the gap. We would close it between the physical and the futures. And the futures then go if there's a certainty or whatever, a high certainty of deliverable, okay? So as this price will drive more miners, it will drive everybody to accumulate silver, okay? So the first reaction is no one's selling anything, trust me, okay? They're not selling anything. And so that means as the silver is actually mined, refined, and put in, slowly but surely we're gonna close this gap. I don't think it's gonna happen in a day. And then that brings in another question, is the silver market, COMEX physical, broken, or will we have to wait maybe 6 months, 7 months for this to fix itself? I don't know, what do you think, okay? And then finally, I want everyone to take a step back and think of what we went through in the news cycles on this silver thing. From JP Morgan to the COMEX, the Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Deutsche Bank. I know I forgot a few in here, all were bankrupt, okay? And it was so funny, like on Thursday or Friday, came out that all the American banks are long silver, okay? So my point is people saw stress in the market and they saw the repos coming in, but the repos, in my humble opinion, we're done for the year end, everybody fixing their books so they can report to the government. And so people took a rumor, and they said they're short, the government is bailing out our banks through repos, which they would never do, by the way. It's not the facility they would use, but this is what everyone believed. So when there's stress in the system, it's good that we recognize the stress. But I would argue that the most important part is that we understand why it's stressed instead of listening to all these guys and women coming in, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. So I'm going to start thinking about this. I'll let you know one way or the other. I appreciate everyone following me. I appreciate the comments. I really do. You have no idea. I'm humbled by this. I do enjoy doing this. But you know what? I think that in this political era right now, and the way the oligarchs are controlling the news, I don't know if it's even feasible for me to continue. So, thank you again. Tell me in the comments what you think, and like and follow. Thank you.